I have repeatedly emphasized that to lead a successful and happy life, you need the art of developing and maintaining relationships. And talking about relationships, one of the most important ingredients is the art of effective communication. And that is what we are going to talk about briefly today. I shall cover 4 areas. Firstly, what do we mean by effective communication? Number 2, what are the different levels of communication? Number 3, what are the types of communication? And finally, we will spend some time on how to develop the art of active listening. I'm Dr. Saad Malik. I'm Professor of Psychiatry at Shalimar Medical and Dental College. Let's begin with defining what is effective communication. Effective communication means, number 1, conveying ideas. Number 2, from one person to another. Number 3, in the correct meaning that should be understood by that person. When we fulfill these 3 criteria, we are in effective communication. There are 3 levels of communication. One is called I-it communication. This is the kind of communication you have with people with whom you have a very transitory relationship. You don't particularly share your emotions and feelings with them. It's like going to a restaurant and having to deal with a waiter or a waitress. Now, this is an I-it relationship, which is very transient, and you do not disclose much about yourself. Number 2 is I-you relationship. This is the kind of relationship you have with your siblings, with your friends, with your workmates, where you have a relationship more or less on a permanent basis. But again, here you disclose a part of your emotional self, but not entirely. And the third and the deeper level of communication is I-thou relationship. In I-thou relationship, you have a relationship with someone which is complete. You disclose everything about yourself, and the other person treats you in a non-judgmental and an accepting manner. This is what we call a true soulmate relationship. People who have 1 or 2 relationships are very fortunate, and those who do not have this kind of a relationship are rather unlucky. So these are the 3 levels of communication: I-it, I-you, and I-thou. Now, what are the types of communication? You have verbal communication and non-verbal communication. In any communication, 3 things are important. 1 is the quality of your voice. Number 2 is your body language. And number 3 is the content of what you are conveying to the other person. Now, amazingly, you'll be surprised that body language accounts to about 55-58% of communication. And the quality of your voice, that contributes to about 35 or 38%. And surprisingly, the content of what you are conveying is only 7%. In other words, 93% of our communication is nonverbal and depends on our body language and the quality of our voice. And this is the reason when there's a disparity between what is being said and how is it being said, then the body language and the voice, or in other words, the nonverbal communication is far more reliable than the verbal communication. There are certain signs in nonverbal communication which can tell you a lot about the other person, even if the other person does not utter a word. Let's think about a person who is lying. There are certain signs that you can pick up from that person. For example, excessive eyelid batting, constantly rubbing the lip, moistening the lip, constantly rubbing the mouth, and trying to respond 0.25 seconds later than what a normal person would respond. Similarly, a person who is nervous will have constant throat clearing and constant blinking of the eyes, which indicate, without even uttering a word, what the person is going through. So it's very important that what is being said is less important than how is it being said. Consider a word like "oh really." Now, "oh really" can be said in so many ways. It can be "oh really," showing sign of disbelief. It can be "oh really." It can be a question. "Oh really," as a sign of sarcastic remark. Now, in all these three situations, the content is the same, but the way you express it and the way you conduct it, it makes all the difference in the meaning of the word. We must understand in non-verbal communication, the most important part of our body is the face. And in the face, the most important part that communicates are the eyes. And after that, we have our hands. You can appreciate this when you're talking to somebody who may be completely clad in a hijab, but if the eyes are open, you can communicate quite adequately with the person. But if the person is wearing dark glasses or you cannot examine the eyes, it becomes very difficult to communicate with that person. Now let's move to the art of listening. Very few of us know how to listen. There are two aspects to this. One is hearing and the other is listening. Hearing means that the sound waves from a source are striking your eardrum. This is hearing. Listening is when you evaluate, perceive, and interpret what is being said. In our daily communications, most of the time we are hearing when in fact we should be listening. We speak at the rate of 150 words per minute, but we listen at the rate of 600 words per minute. We have 2 ears and 1 tongue because we're expected to listen twice as much as we speak. You also must understand, when you speak, you only convey what you already know. But when you are listening, you are likely to get to know more than what you already know. Listening is the most important part of communication. Throughout the day, 50% of the time we are listening. So if you are not listening 50%, then you are not communicating 50% of the time. So you must understand that active listening is a very important aspect of communication. And those of us who are constantly focusing on what to answer when somebody is talking to us, but not listening to what the person is saying, this leads to a lot of communication problems and to a lot of relationship problems. So we have talked about the definition of effective communication, levels of communication, types of communications, and the art of active listening. Please try to increase your quality of communication, as this contributes to about 85% of success in your life. Thank you.